Hello everyone. So today let us talk about Atlassian and in fact something which is a bit annoying and I think it is my responsibility, my duty, or I think I'm supposed to share my thoughts and also give you some workarounds. Now the topic of this video is that I think now it is getting a bit difficult to basically evaluate Atlassian products. Now, let us talk about, let us say, Jira. I mean, because Jira is definitely the main key tool, and of course, Atlassian is focused a lot on Jira. Jira is definitely one of the most popular tool. But let us say you want to evaluate Jira, right? So what you would do, you would go to this page and even if you don't come to this page, let us say you are on this page, like let us say you want to start evaluating Jira or you think you need to try it out. So you would click on this button called try now and you will be presented with the option to either select Jira software, Jira work management, Jira product discovery. I'm not massively convinced about other products, but let us say you want to try Jira software. You will click on it and then you can select here if you want to select also Jira service management or Confluence, and you click on the next button and then of course you can start the evaluation, or basically you can start your free Jira account, basically the free tier. Now the problem is that for those who are trying to use Jira or looking for Jira for their organization, they are of course interested in making sure that the Jira as a tool will work for them. But Jira comes of course in three different flavors, more or less: Jira service management, Jira work management, and Jira software. But at the same time, Jira has different tiers. So if you go to Jira software and if you go to pricing, so it is a bit difficult to even evaluate. I mean, not everyone is like always familiar, or they don't know how to do it. But if you go to this particular page, you can see here that there is a button. First of all, you have standard plan, premium, and also enterprise, right? Now you may want to based on what you want to do, you can of course take a look at the features here. We all know that advanced roadmaps and few other things are only available on Jira Premium. So you want to of course start a trial of Jira Premium. Now the problem is, if you're using free version of Jira, you have all the features that you can, I mean not all the features, but you have more or less all the features, like permissions are of course not there, and there are a few things that are definitely not possible on the free plan, and also even the standard plan, because you don't really have advanced roadmaps. Usually people want to use premium for advanced roadmaps. To be honest, I don't really think it is a good idea, because you want to definitely you definitely are in a way limiting who can use advanced roadmap. And let us say it's a small team and they want to work on multiple projects. They need scheduling features, and this is what happens to me as well, because when I work with my clients, they may not be a huge organization, they may not be enterprise level company, but they want to use advanced roadmap because it makes sense, right? It's a good tool for doing a lot of things, and I think as compared to other apps, advanced roadmaps is definitely a very good solution when it comes to planning, scheduling, and doing capacity management and agile road mapping in general. That is what advanced roadmaps can do. And if you're talking about evaluation of, let us say, advanced roadmap, this is of course one pain point where I can definitely evaluate, but only for 1 week. After 1 week, I can definitely restart it again, but I have to probably configure a new environment. And this is what I do. I normally whenever I evaluate, I take a backup of my, the XML backup, and then I restore it. But it is not massively, it works, but not nicely all the time, because you lose few things when you restore it. And you need a place where you can always go back, like I mean, it is not easy or cheap, or it may not be. It may be a bit uh, demotivating for someone to try premium by purchasing a separate instance. I think there should be a way to basically do like a long evaluation. I mean, use it for a long time, because on server or data center, the evaluation always was for like a week, not a week, for a month, Jira or any app. But after 1 month, you were able to extend or maybe just apply a new license, evaluate it, and although it was not perfect, but you had a lot of time to basically try it out for a long time. This is a pain point for me. Uh, I'm not really sure how other people are doing it. Are they purchasing like a premium version? And this is also true for even apps, right? Because not only you need an instance where you can do this evaluation for a long time, but you also need to uh, try out different apps. Uh, some vendors, if you reach out to them, they might give you like a token so that you can try it out. But not everyone is aware of it. Many consultants like me, or someone who is maybe responsible for making a decision, I think it is definitely something that can be improved by Atlassian. And if you also go to the marketplace, now there are a couple of apps that are free, like really good apps that are actually free for 10 users. So this makes sense, because you can configure a separate cloud instance, and you can evaluate, let us say, script runner for Jira, right, for a long time. And there are some good Jira apps that are actually free for 10 users, like JSU. Uh, uh, I have used JSU uh, since the beginning, I guess. I also like the idea that Zephyr Scale is also free for 10 users. Definitely a good thing. Big Picture is also free for 10 users. And I'm just talking, I mean, I'm familiar with a lot of other apps, but let me talk about the ones that I think are really good. Extensions for JSM. I mean, I use this app quite a lot when I used to do ITSM implementations. Along with that, custom charts. I did a review of custom charts. It's a nice app, definitely a good app, because you can do a lot of things easily. And Planning Poker is a good app. Elements app, both I think there is one more app, Nfeed, I guess. I keep calling it Nfeed because that is what the name was. And not all the apps that I think that I want to evaluate for long term, like all the structure apps, structure and tempo based apps are not really free, but because I'm familiar with those apps, I've been using those apps. Uh, it's not really a problem for me. I mean, apart from just evaluating, because someone like me who is doing trainings, making videos for you guys, I do a lot of demos. I always like spin up a new instance of Jira and I do some work, like a cloud instance of Jira, and that is why I think moving to cloud is a good idea. But I think there should be something that needs to be done by Atlassian to make sure that consultants can have this long-term evaluation, or maybe just dev instance where they can basically play around, they can try out new things or develop features. I know you can have sandboxes, but again, you have to purchase premium. So in a way, I think it is stopping a lot of people from moving to Atlassian ecosystem if they want to maybe focus on consultancy. I'm sure there are similar challenges when it comes to app development. I have been trying Forge, although I've not really done a lot, but I have like one app which I published. So for app development, I know Forge is new, so because I keep an eye on the developer community, and people are always complaining about few things that can be improved. But most of my experience is around professional services, and not having like a dedicated environment, like a dedicated stable environment for demo purposes. for evaluations is definitely a problem. I do have like a free instance of Jira, which is fine, but I don't really have advanced roadmaps there. I don't really have tempo there. I don't really have structure there. Although some app vendors have given me a token to basically use their apps for, I mean, not use it for for doing work, but for demonstration and basically showing it to my clients, which is something that I really appreciate. But I think there should be something done by. So I think Atlassian should definitely do something about it. So this is what I think you should also do. What I normally do is whenever I do an evaluation of something, I take a backup. For example, if I'm doing something with Tempo, I will probably make sure that I have some files ready so that I can spin up a new instance of Jira Premium, let us say, and I can import things after installing those apps. There is also the Jira Cloud Migration Assistant. It doesn't really work the way I want it to work because it won't fully restore each and everything with all the apps up and running. It will restore the issues and everything else, but not really app data. So that is obviously not really ideal for me or similar use cases. Anyways, so that is all. That is all I want to talk about today in this video. If you have better ideas for me, I know that some partners can probably afford, I'm sure they can afford to have so they can probably purchase something, but that is not the point, right? We don't really want to purchase. The whole idea is to make it easy for anyone to try, but not just for 1 week, right? It is probably a bit annoying. Anyways, that is all. Bye bye.